But you know what? You may have old man inclinations, but you know what doesn't get old?
Stouts.
This stout we're about to try.
Yeah.
So
And we all have our own glasses too, so.
That's right. We're trying to get
Yeah, we don't have to
cheers.
share this one. Jacob doesn't have to drink all of it.
All right, so we're gonna drink, we're gonna relax. It's gonna be fun. We're just gonna here to hang out with you guys. So let's get it started.
Yep.
So we're here another episode of Drunken Public with Oak Cliff Brewing. You guys are brand new, doing some amazing beers and stuff like that. With Todd, unfortunately, couldn't make it here today, but we got his masterpiece here, the beers.
Mm-hmm.
That's more important. Unfortunately, sorry, Todd.
Talk to you next week.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next time. So tell me who you guys are.
I'm Joel Denton. I'm the founder, one of the many founders of Oak Cliff Brewing.
Would you say you're the most important person on this table?
Definitely, yeah,
I think I get that right.
Yep.
sure, but not really. No, I've been, yeah, that's me. We can go more into history. I'm Joel.
I'm Dominique. I'm the tap room manager.
Ah, nice.
And Jacob, director of sales.
Perfect. So you were running around today.
I was delivering kegs.
So
Nice.
they got to stay in the AC while you were out
Pretty
hauling
much.
kegs in the heat.
Yeah. Well, Joe was outside for a little bit though.
Yeah.
I spent the last 3 days on the floor, on my knees, and there in the brew house trying to get the floors sealed up. And yeah,
I
Oh,
said-
you did that yourself?
yeah. Todd helped for a bit yesterday,
Like 2 minutes.
For a bit.
and then he went home for an extended lunch.
I told her I walked in. I was like, man, it seems like he's the only one working today.
Larry was painting
Sealing up wood, doing
Yeah.
this, making
Where's
sure
everybody
everything's tip top shape.
He's the only one we need. Like I
he's
said, the
been-
most important person at this table.
Doing a lot of stuff.
I do the manual labor stuff. I leave the smart work to the
To the smart people.
hard work. Yeah.
So how did you guys get into the idea of wanting to create Oak Cliff Brewing? Where did that come about from? You guys have experience in the past working at breweries?
No, not at all. I had experience drinking beer.
There you go.
That's the best one.
Someone gave me a 5-gallon pot and a carboy back in 2007, and he was getting out, Ellen, a bunch of flip-top bottles. He was getting out of home brewing. He gave it to me. It's like, okay, I'll try it. So I went and picked up a recipe. I don't even remember what it was. It was just a syrup that you add and you boil it, and I even think the hops was just some kind of extract and poured it in there, and that was my first beer made on
How did it
the
turn
kitchen
out?
stove. It didn't make me sick, so
I think it's a win, right? Is that a win?
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
win?
yeah. So went from there, and I so I homebrewed for years, and I'm a third generation Oak Cliff native, so I've been around here all my life.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so all these breweries started popping up, 2012, 2013, and on, but they're all going in up north. And I like to stay on the south side, and talked to a couple of my buddies. We all grew up in the area. This was around early 2015, and said, "Hey, look, I'm tired of IT. Been doing it for 20-something years. Man, I think Oak Cliff needs a brewery." And it was always going to be Oak Cliff Brewing Company.
I like it.
So, yeah, that's how we kind of got started.
No, I like it. Did you pick the train station on purpose? Like this is probably like the most badass location.
This was, 3 years ago when we started looking for a space. This was the first spot I called on. It wasn't even Tyler Station back then. It was still the old Dixico. Actually, it was Delta Industries was what was on the front. So,
Okay. I
but
didn't know that.
Yeah, I called on that. The developer had it listed. He hadn't even purchased it yet. He just had it up for rent. And I was like, that is a cool looking building. I like the front facade and, right in the middle of Oak Cliff. I called on that and talked to him for a couple of weeks, came in and took a look. And I mean, back then there was nothing. I mean, there were dead raccoons. I mean, this whole end of the building was underwater. I was looking at the far end of the building. because that was originally I think it was originally a schoolhouse built in the 20s, the original building. I was looking down there, neater building down there, but it was really rough. And he called me a month or so later and said the deal's off. So it kind of broke my heart. That was my first heartbreak because I saw this place and thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Kind of gave up on this, and we had a property on contract across from the Dallas Zoo. I guess that was late 2015, early 2016. That fell through because of a sewer main under the building. And then the owner of this called me back and said it was available. So yeah, it was
a
my
heartbreak that came back around.
yeah. So it was my first choice. I guess the timing just wasn't right, but it came back around, and I mean it's an awesome location. I mean we got our light rail at our front door.
I was gonna say, you guys can call this Oak Cliff Brewing Company's personal Uber. You know, you just
Yeah.
call that and take the Uber down here to us.
Yeah, it's a red line. It runs all the way up to Plano.
Yeah, well, I live over on 75 in Royal Lane, which I live right by the Skillman Station.
Yeah.
So I live right over there. So I hop on the train, you can make it down here, no problem. And I can make it back home.
Oh, did you ride the train down?
So,
Yeah.
Oh, you're
yes.
going to? Okay.
Yes.
In short, yes.
In short, yes.
In spirit, yes.
Yeah, cool.
Did I actually do it? No, I came from work.
right,
Work
all right.
doing it. But I can literally do it. So I could walk to the train station, which is about a 20-minute walk, or I could just 2-minute drive right across the street.
Yeah.
Park my car and hop over here, you know, and then drink as much as I want, hang out with you guys, and then make it back.
No, the train's pretty cool. I mean, we're one stop south of the Dallas Zoo. A million people coming through there. There's not a lot of people that get on and off here because it's just a little, they call it a kiss and drop. It's just a drop off. But Hampton Station's a big park and ride, one stop, and the next one's a terminus, Westmoreland.
I'm doing something next week.
You'll be here.
I'll be here. That's right. I'll be here. So now we're back out again. So first love, we got this location locked down.
Yeah.
How did you meet everybody else? And how did you guys did you guys all know each other before, or you guys met?
No,
over the years?
I didn't know any of these guys or Todd. I put out a help wanted posting on, I think on Pro Brewer, and put one on Facebook. And I was like, you know, head brewer position, surely those don't come along very often. And I'll get a flood of resumes. I got one. It was Todd's.
I'm ready.
Yeah. But no, you know, getting Todd was
I think it was a godsend. Like Todd's been doing it for many years.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Well, he did Prairie Ale.
Yep.
He was
Yeah.
at Prairie forever. I mean, Krebs, but Prairie, it's
And
like
then-
the same thing. Yeah.
Same thing. And then he was at Texas Elk Project for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
For a hot minute, yeah.
Yeah. And then you guys came and scooped him up.
Yep. So
Perfect steal.
yeah. So
No, that didn't happen.
Right.
Did not.
He came of his own accord.
Thank you.
There you go.
no, it's yeah. I didn't know Todd at all. Didn't know Jacob or Dom. But then we posted the taproom manager, posted the sales position. So Jake applied for sales, and then I think Todd was actually talking to me about Dom for sales, and I don't know why I didn't pick Dom. Guess Jacob showed up
He took
first,
his time.
and then Todd and Jacob knew Dom. Dom came in and it seemed like a good fit. So
Apparently Dom knows everybody because, like, oh, Dom, yeah, I know him.
Well, he's that guy who chugs beers on his Instagram, so everybody knows him.
Dom tugs beers.
yeah.
That's his new hashtag, Dom chugs beers.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
No,
I'm gonna make that hashtag.
Change your handle to that.
no, I can't. I could do that.
What you
Actually.
call it, jug or chug? It's not. You don't call it chugging.
We say jug.
Jug.
Yeah, that's
Jug.
it's something from that group.
That duck group?
Yeah,
Just trademark that.
we need to.
Lock it down. So, how many beers do you guys currently have brewed, ready for the launch?
7?
9?
Todd.
9?
Oh,
No, we have 7 right now,
Right.
and then he's got the Hef. Will be ready by Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
and then the New England Double IPA will be ready by Tuesday. So that's 9.
Yeah, and then I think we're gonna take the farmhouse and add
Mango.
mangoes to it.
So that's
I like
10.
Mango
Ooh,
farm.
that'd be great. With
Well, yeah, so we'll have
Just have the
11 for
farm-
the opening.
Yeah, just have the farmhouse.
Because we're gonna do the brute. We're gonna a brute driver. Jacob came out with it, so we're just gonna throw orange juice. You know, like a mimosa, basically. So
Nice.
Okay, okay. Genius over here. I like it. So we're playing games right now. We have some beers. Which one are you gonna try first? This one.
go from your right
Export.
to left.
Yeah.
You may fill out
yeah,
the
it's in
glass
order.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. No. We got not right now. We got what is this one?
Export lager.
Export lager. So we got the export lager. And do you guys have this like on your Facebook so I can find like pictures? stuff like that, and like showcasing on the video?
No, we've got an oakcliffbrewing.co website, an export logger.
Okay.
There's some stats on that there.
I'm gonna pull it up
All
for
right.
all these beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent Grant all the information, so you should have it.
Yes. So that's
Pretty
one of
clean.
that's one of my recipes.
This one's one of yours?
Yeah,
I
from
like-
home brewing days.
So shout out to that. I like it a lot. You know, so I'm called like a basic bitch. No offense to anybody.
Nothing wrong with it.
No, it's meant to be basic and approachable and clean and easy drinking, and
Everything I was about to say.
we want
That's what I have right here.
Okay.
that to be the gateway for
Give me
people that
laughs,
aren't on the craft beer bandwagon to
I'm
have
sick.
something.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
See, the thing that I think a lot of people who come to drinking beer in general that have never tried craft beer and stuff, that only know like their Budweisers and stuff like that, they don't really know that there could be like a lot of flavor associated with it. So something like this is definitely a good transitional beer because it's light and refreshing, but it's got like a lot of good flavors as well with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely good beer.
No, I like it a lot. Good recipe.
How long did you homebrew for?
Since 2007,
That's what
I've
he
got
has.
I've got that right there. So that recipe,
chugs beer.
Chug it. So much beer. Can he handle it?
that one I probably brewed 50 times at home, so I brewed that every couple of months.
Yeah, Stacy.
No, I
Yeah.
like it. I like it a lot.
I think honestly, when I came for when y'all had the little industry night, I think that's the only one I didn't try. But I'm kind of like mad at myself that I didn't try it.
Yeah.
I tried them all. The one I really fell in love with that night, and I haven't tried since, was the Black Lager. That's nice.
That's next, yeah.
So it's interesting. It's a little stronger profile than I would like, but it's interesting enough to make me. Drew likes to say all the time, it makes me want to drink it again.
Yeah.
Makes me want to take another sip and see what are you experiencing, and experience it again and again. And then by the time you finish experiencing it, you're done. You want to get another glass so you continue experiencing it. So
You mean the export or the black?
Black.
the Black Lager?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The export is the one we just had, which
Yep.
is super clean. I like it a lot. That's something I would be, if we would put like a rating to it, which we have on rating, it's very good poolside beer.
Yeah.
A barbecue beer where I can hang out and drink it all day, not a problem, any
Yep.
situation. I love it.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not sure exactly where we're gonna go with that. It's a Dortmunder Helles export was the kind of inspiration for it.
Okay, so you see my face? I didn't know anything that meant for a
Yeah.
second.
So it's export lager isn't necessarily a style, but it's basically it's a tag you put on a lager that's a little higher ABV, maybe a little more.
So what is
malty.
the ABV on that one?
It's like 5-6.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
great for lager. Isn't it typically like 4?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be hoppier than a pilsner, but not as no, it's gonna be less hoppy. It's gonna be maltier than a pilsner. But it's gonna be hoppier than Helles. So it's kind of in between, and it's usually a little more ABV. But also, I love Mexican lagers, so we may try to kind of morph that into a Mexican lager and just leave it called
people.
export lager. So yeah.
Everyone thinks I'm Hispanic. My wife's Mexican, so I automatically grouped in with it all.
Yeah, he's Mexican by association.
You identify?
That's
yeah,
right.
he
That's right.
speaks better Spanish than me, so of course.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But yeah,
No, that's awesome. And then who made this next one?
That's also my recipe.
I was gonna say, you're just
black
pumping them
lager.
up.
So what's the inspiration for the Black Lager?
Yeah, I like dark beers, but I like to drink a lot, and I wanted something low alcohol, easy drinking, but still flavorful, a little smoky. That's a tough beer to brew. I mean,
Well,
don't-
it tastes complicated. So is it equally as it tastes complicated to brew?
it's not complicated. The grain bill is not complicated. It's just if you're just slightly off on your dark malts, your chocolate malt, then it can kind of skew one way or another.
Bitter than others.
Or if you're not
Still good.
using fresh
Yeah.
dark
I
malts,
just
it'll
had
go
one
a little
earlier.
astringent.
You guys have it.
But I've been brewing that one as long as the export. In fact, we won best lager at Brew Riot in 2016
Let's
with
get
that
this,
one.
Thank you, sir. Let's get this list of accomplishments. We got
On the Black
2016.
Lager, yeah.
Anything else? Any other
We
accomplishments?
won best lager, same thing, best lager last year, Brew Haha with the black lager.
So
So,
it's a championship beer right here.
in fact, it
Best
came
in
in
show.
first and the export came in second. So
So you just racking up the top 3 spots? What's number 3?
we did it at Vienna. It wasn't so well. It didn't do so well.
yeah. Yeah. No, that one's tasty. So how do you impart like the smokiness to it?
It's just chocolate malts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing too complex about it. We use a German Backlager yeast. I love it. I mean, if I could pick one beer that would kind of be we'd be known for our core beer, the big one, I'd love for it to be the Black Lager.
It's tasty.
Yeah, the black beer has perceptions, and most people won't look at it and think it's going to be easy drinking and refreshing. So
Yeah.
I think the challenge there is getting people to try it. And once they try it, then they'll love it. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
it's,
think that's kind of in general with like craft beer, man. Just get people to try certain things. And they think, the whole general misconceptions about beer. But yeah, no, that one's probably my favorite so far.
It's one of those ones you have to like blindfold people and be like, drink this and then drink that,
Yeah.
and it tastes like a light beer, but if you see it, you're like, oh, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, our first night at Park of Arrows, people were just shocked at how light it was because they were expecting it to be a little bit more
Like
robust and
Guinness?
coffee. Yeah, and so they were like, "Oh my god."
But it's in the name. But it's black. It's a lager. So I don't have those preconceptions for it. What I do like, which is odd for me, is that it's bold flavor in the beginning with that smokiness. I typically don't like bold flavors in the beginning. It typically turns me off about drinking.
Yeah.
But it is not harsh and it cleans up really well at the end.
it cleans up and it's gone. And
Yeah.
It makes you want to take
But it
some
lingers. I think this is a great beer if you ever have like a barbecue night.
Yeah.
This is the featured beer to have with barbecue.
more. I think it'll pair great with food, barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Anything smoked,
Tacos,
it's
yeah.
smoked food, smoked
It
chicken.
goes
I
with
think this-
everything, yeah.
You will be anything that will fit along with it and drinking. What's the ABV on this one?
4.5,
4.6,
4.6.
yeah.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
gonna be all day drinking too. Another
Yeah,
all day
yeah.
drinking
Yeah.
beer.
Easy.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing is like the fact that you chose black lager versus like Schwartz beer, which is the style.
Yeah,
but
that's
no one
technically the
knows what the
style,
hell is
yeah.
Schwartz
Like-
beer. Am I allowed to
Never
say
heard
that?
No, it seemed like I was saying earlier when he was talking about the export. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I never heard that before. You know, I have a beer book that I need to read to learn about the beer.
Schwartz beers
Which
in
one?
there,
The
I'll
Mike?
tell you.
What's his name?
It's the guy who started
Jackson.
the
Michael
Cicerone-
Jackson. Yeah, the Michael
Michael
Jackson
Jackson
one.
beer
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. No, for real. There's it's.
Yeah,
he's
No,
a-
I'm fucking
yeah.
around.
No, it's a real guy.
The guy, the one we have is it's the one who started the Cicerone program. I forget his name, but
Oh.
it's a good book.
I
But
know you're talking about, yeah.
yeah,
It's a big book, and
It's in a blank.
old white guy.
Yeah.
He knows his beers and
White guy be white
I
folk,
thought that
bro.
was Michael
and
Jackson,
he,
no?
he puts it forth in a really good manner, man.
Not
there's
not
another-
like
there's another
beat it
white
Michael
guy.
Jackson, like
That's what I was
the
thinking.
beer
You
Michael
fuck with me.
Jackson. No, there's a beer Michael Jackson
There
guy.
is, there is,
Yeah.
there is.
I didn't know. I thought you were fucking me at first. Tell everybody, no, I'm serious. I'm like, all
You didn't know
right.
that before Michael Jackson died, he passed on his
His beer
beautiful
knowledge.
knowledge.
He has a wealth of beer knowledge. No wonder they
Both
killed
of them. They're both dead now.
him. No, they really both dead.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
died in like 03, right?
Not too long
No?
ago. yeah.
Oh, it was a long time. Okay.
He died like 03, right? No, just
Yep.
a little bit ago.
Yeah, like yesterday.
I didn't think it was that long ago.
I thought it was a long time ago. I don't know.
Which Michael Jackson are you talking about?
Not the
King of Pop.
Not that one.
No, the king of homebrew.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that. King. We're gonna refer to King of Homebrew and King of Pop.
Yeah.
So King of Pop has nothing to do with this.
So what was y'all's first ever craft beer you guys tried? You guys remember?
I do.
Yeah?
Mine was Dogfish.
Dogfish Head?
Yep.
Which
Nice.
one?
Dogfish, bro.
Just
why you
poured a
think-
bucket and
60
just.
minute, yeah.
60 minute IPA.
Why you
Yeah.
judging, bro? You don't know.
Yeah.
This is like 2 years ago.
Yeah?
I can't remember
Dom,
that.
what about you?
Mine was Arrogant Bastard.
Yeah, Arrogant Bastard?
Yeah, I was not 21 yet, but it was Thanksgiving and I had it at the table and I was drinking it. And you read that the label and it's like, not for the, what does it say?
Faint
Not
of heart.
Thank you. Not for the faint of heart. And you're like, well, whatever. And I'm drinking it. I'm like, this beer's really abrasive. It's hoppy. It's
Yeah.
got all that going on. And I was like, I'm used to drinking Blue Moon.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
I'm sitting, it took me, I sat at the
That's
table.
sweeter, yeah.
It was like when your mom says, eat your vegetables and or you can't leave until you finish them. I sat at the table until I was done with the beer.
Like, it'll help me feel better after I do.
But it was like a little guy too. It took me a minute.
So you like IPAs?
I like everything now. So Rausch beers, that's it. I don't like those, but I'll drink anything
Fuck's a
else.
Rausch beer?
Smoke beer.
Okay.
Do you like smoke?
This is a beer show, which I know all about beer. Yeah, definitely. I'm not confused once.
I've had some good ones.
Throw,
Yeah.
throw a bunch of curveballs at
If
you.
I've never brewed one.
But it's like if I'm drinking a Rausch beer, it has to be 5 years old. So I'm like, well, what's the point? I might as well just drink a porter.
So you're saying you're classy.
No.
You're a classy man.
No, I just had a Lone Star for lunch, so.
What's wrong with that? You
What
gotta
about
chug
Well,
it.
it's not classy. It's proof.
You just gotta chug it though. You're a man.
No,
you're
I
king of
was
chugging.
sipping it.
All right, so first craft beer, what was your first craft beer?
Depending on definition, it's either Shinerbach
That was
Yeah,
That counts.
Yeah.
OG Texas craft
Yeah.
craft beer, yeah.
or beyond that would probably Victory, Golden Monkey.
Oh, that was a good one.
We had that on the show, right?
Yeah, well, we had the Sour Monkey.
The Sour Monkey?
Oh,
Yeah, I remember trying the Golden Monkey a long time ago. That was one of my
That's
favorites
old
for a
school.
long time.
Victory's old school.
Victory used to be, you know, there was a handful of craft beer you can get in Dallas in
Yeah.
the early 2000s. Victory's one of them.
Storm
Yep.
Kings. Oh, man.
What's that one? The Dirt
That
Wolf? Or is it, no, what's it called? The Wolf?
Top Devil?
Dirt Wolf? Is that the double IPA?
And,
That one's awesome. I like that one. I don't see it anymore, though.
yeah.
Them in Sierra Nevada are like the essential like coasts, the godfathers almost. I mean, if you're,
Yeah.
unless you're looking at Anchor, they're older than both of them. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you backed down your own
I was
talk.
like Anchor. I always forget about. I say that and I was like Anchor. Oh yeah, I forgot.
No, he was real confident. I like it. Just I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna like see if I can pan to his face. But he was like real confident. Like, yeah, there's like the anchors and the godfathers in there. He's like,
Yeah.
We got 60-minute. We've got, you said yours was the Arrogant
Arrogant
Bastard.
Bastard.
Shiner.
And Shiner. And then what about you?
I don't know. Was the first one we had on the show?
Oh, man. So, kind of.
Four Locos doesn't count.
Well, I didn't count that. So
St. Ides.
highly malted liquor.
I
It was
had
good.
40 ounces. My beer choice before the show was Stella. Was my like
Okay.
fancy beer. Where I feel like you don't like beer, Stella's a really good beer.
So kind
Presidente.
of recap the show. Like we started this off, and Victor didn't really have much experience in the whole kind of craft beer realm. I have like minimal experience. We're both still learning, but so it's just us kind of talking shit and drinking beer and trying the beers and getting him some beer knowledge.
Anyway, I don't
Plus
know my
2 years
first beer.
Yeah, but mine, I remember going into Flying Saucer, and it was either Avery White Rascal or maybe Lagunitas IPA. It was one of those two. But I want to say it was like White Rascal. But
We had White Rascal on the show too. It's
we
good.
did, yeah.
Let's say that was my first beer too. With
I kind of feel like
Twinkies.
we've all had Shiner before anything
Well,
else.
I was gonna say Shiner.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
We're
That's
still considered
why.
a craft though. I mean,
You know what? I did. I remember when I was
I mean, I had Shiner when I first moved
19.
here, so
We were drinking. My buddy's dad owned a gas station, so he would like
MD 20.
buy beer and take it to the
20?
parties, and he was trying to be unique and crafty. And I do remember we were drinking the barbecue pit version of Shiner. I don't know what it was.
There
It
you
was
go. Everyone's
It
answer would
was
have been Shiner.
awful.
or
So we
Ziegenbach. I think
It wasn't
Ziegenbach
memorable
around
because
the
it was
same time.
disgusting, but I do, yeah.
You know,
It wasn't Shiner
Which
Bock.
one
It
is
was
it?
just
Oh,
like
okay.
it was like a special one.
which one that people like more? Is it Ziegen or Scheinbach? Because I don't like Ziegenbach. I like.
I'd rather drink a Shiner if I'm
Yeah.
drinking one.
Say Shiner. yeah,
What's
for
it?
sure.
Why?
They're both
Ziegen's
bombs.
gross. I don't.
Yeah, why does it taste
I don't
weird?
know.
I don't know.
It's not the same company, is it?
No.
No.
I don't know that I've had a Ziegenbach.
Ziegenbach. Why?
Isn't Ziegenbach
Gross.
Budweiser?
No, I'm playing.
they're
We'll cut that out.
Gambrinos.
That's one.
Oh, it's game. Oh, it is. Oh,
They're
okay.
owned by Gambrinos. Yeah.
It's probably the same damn thing.
No, but so
It's
why
like
does it taste
Lone
bad?
Star and PBR. It's probably the same thing.
It's a perception.
So why does it taste different though?
It doesn't.
there you go.
See?
In your
There
head.
you go.
No,
It-
I'll-
exactly,
We can
exactly.
make a difference. So, are
We
you
do a
willing
blind
to
taste
play a
test.
drinking game with us?
Yes.
Not right now.
Triple blind test.
We're gonna do a triple blind test. We're
I
gonna
like
do a
triple
bunch
blind.
of shit beer.
Yeah.
Bud Light, Miller Lite, Lone Star, PBR, and we're gonna see which one you can guess. We're gonna give you the list of the beers.
Oh, we have to guess them?
Yeah.
Guess
That'd be
which one-
fun.
You
I'm
know-
down.
You know,
I
what'd
would
be
down.
cool? If we can get like a bunch of people all in the beer industry, and we'll have like a little setup and see who can score the highest in like a card.
Yeah.
We'll have like just a bunch of skunky beers, and we'll have just
All the shit
whole
beers.
range of beers.
Keystone Light, Coors Light.
That's my stuff. I love that.
Keystone
I
was
grew up
my
on
first
Keystone
beer.
Light. Yeah.
That was the first beer I had.
My first beer was
But you
Presidente.
You can buy it in 30 packs. It's best.
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna have a bunch of shit beer. We're gonna play this beer game. As many people you want to bring on of the beer industry. We're gonna challenge everybody. We're gonna see who has
I like
the
it.
best worst taste.
Can you still find Southpaw?
What is that? Yeah, I know. What is
that a
that?
South Park
Drink that in
Can you?
college. I don't know.
Southpaw?
Yeah, it was like $5 a case. Oh wow, we got it. It was super cheap.
That's a West Texas thing.
It sounds like
might have been.
Big Flats. You ever had Big Flats?
No.
It's the
Oh,
HEB.
yeah.
The HEB beer.
Oh really?
I bought like it was like a big case of Big Flats at Walgreens.
You can buy a case for because what's it? The distributor that does it, it's Mexcor. They actually sell Big Flats to Walgreens.
Dude, it
Yeah.
was super cheap, and I was like, what? It's
I am so
to be
lost right
expected.
now.
So it's a big
I get that.
cheap brewed beer. That,
Keystone Light kind of beer.
yeah. So you said whenever you guys first made came in here to the building and stuff, it was nowhere looking anywhere near what it looks like now, obviously. But were there any big kind of crazy things y'all had to do? Any dead raccoons you had to fish out of like the ceiling or anything like that? And when is the dead raccoon ale coming? That's what I want to know.
Good question.
It's a good question.
I don't know if that's I don't know. That's kind of dangerous.
Dead raccoon
yeah,
red ale.
Yeah, I don't know. If you
Calling
do
it
that.
now.
It would
Can't
be
do
red
that.
ale, yeah. Red IPA.
Blood raccoons.
Yeah, I don't think there were any vagrants or dead raccoons left in here. I mean,
No
it's
dead
still
vagrants, hopefully.
no. I'm not gonna promise that. The biggest pain here was we're putting up a production brewery on a second floor, so there's a woodworking shop below us.
Oh yeah, they're below you guys. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, right below us.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, so that's what they're doing downstairs, because
They did the tables.
They built these tables, Stash Design.
This,
Did all our furniture. in
did they
here.
do that too?
They didn't do this.
No? Okay. They do, I mean, they do all the finish out for a lot of stuff, like
Yeah.
breweries and restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, there.
nice.
No, so we had to put in 13 tons of structural steel, like
Damn.
under the floor in there. And that was the
make sure there's a collapse on them.
that was the biggest challenge with this location.
While they were still operating downstairs. Yeah.
How does that work? It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like an episode of like House Hunters renovations, but like they're not living in the house. They're just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, basically, actually, they moved. We were those rooms under there are kind of their painting booths, so they moved their painting operation into our grain room. So if you look at our grain room, all the walls are painted and have weird patterns on them. That's because we were doing all steel work in their painting room while they were, yeah, so that was a big pain. Other than
At
that,
least they let you do it. That was cool.
yeah.
They didn't fight you. Right?
No, everyone here, and the developer and the landlord and all the tenants have been cool. They want a brewery in the
They're like,
neighborhood.
They wanna drink.
We're waiting for the free beer.
They wait for you to open up and they like say all the things I let you do down there. Like, I need beer.
If only I could trade beer for all the work that's been done here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a
I
good,
mean,
it's a good
It goes
currency,
a long
right?
way.
I feel like they walk around, it's like they treat it like their kitchen. They come around and like walk around and stuff.
Do a little bit.
And it's always, we're doing stuff in here and they'll just be like, oh,
So we got third beer on this flight, which you have a badass flight handle too.
that's the farmhouse.
Those are made on site, flight handles.
Farmhouse. Oh, what is the company downstairs that made all this stuff? What they're called?
Well, Stash is the one that made all our furniture.
Stash.
The guy that's doing our little flight handles is Sean Springer. He's got a Springer design. So yeah, we're using a lot of the people on site. There's another place that does wood and metal working. They did the shelves behind our
Doesn't
bar.
Aaron have a thing downstairs?
Yeah, Aaron Garcia.
You know, a small brew pub?
Brewer,
Yeah.
small brew
Yeah,
pub.
he does something
It's
downstairs.
down here too. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
For, he does, like carpentry or something, yeah.
Really?
So this is the farmhouse ale.
Yep.
Beautiful. I was drinking this when we started this podcast. Kind of finished it off, which is delicious.
Yeah.
Wait, I mixed your farmhouse with export?
Did you?
Did you have
Kind of,
farm?
yeah.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh,
He just pointed at it and I go, okay, I figured that's what he meant.
Whatever they
No, well, this is what I wanted. The second part. Yeah.
Probably not a bad mix.
I know, it's probably.
It's super clean. They're both super clean and refreshing. This one's so now they're getting a little warmer, but so the great part of it being getting warmer is still refreshing.
Yeah.
So it's tough to pull that off, right? Like when beer gets warmer, it still be refreshing. You want to drink more of it. So that I think that does it really well. And I know I sound redundant when I keep saying I guess a poolside beer because it's a drinkable beer. You could drink this all day.
Yep.
Like it's something you want to crush it in each other. That's a part of our rating system too. It's called crush it.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the cores, because like they're all crushable, but they're all different, like spectrums
That's
almost.
be different from each other, but they're
Yeah.
all something you can easily drink and hang around and drink with people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because last week was my beer was black lager. This
Uh-huh.
week is the farmhouse. Next
Yeah.
week's the export, I guess.
Yeah, you have to.
That's a question I have. So, like, I know for me personally, I kind of go through little cycles where I go through different styles of trying, either IPAs. I'm really big on IPAs or stouts. I go through stouts. Do you guys kind of feel the same way? You guys have a style and you kind of like rotate through them all, or do you guys stick to like one particular style and kind of stay not far from it?
Depends on what I'm doing. If I'm hanging out for 5 or 6 hours, I'm definitely drinking light.
Yeah.
Something that's sessionable. I can sit there for a few hours and not be hammered.
Yeah.
But if I'm having like good food or something, I'll definitely dial into a really good double IPA or
Mm-hmm.
stout or something up there with ABV. But
No, of course. But do you mix it? Like, not mix them together, but like you start off heavy and then you like taper down.
that's the way to do it at festivals.
Mm-hmm.
Like beer festival, you go for all the high ABV stuff, and then you work your way back before you go home.
Yeah, so you
The Jacob method.
and then you're ready to drive when you leave.
Before
No,
you
I
take
Uber
the-
everywhere, so yeah.
Take the Oak Cliff Uber.
Yes.
to,
Yeah.
back
Drink
home.
responsibly, Uber everywhere.
Yeah.
Lift.
Absolutely.
Or ride the train.
Or ride the train
Lift.
to Oak Cliff Brewing.
Right there.
Just saying FY. If I was gonna say FAI, that made no sense.
FYI, That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys should do like a little beer pairing with some food. That'd be cool.
Should.
Does anybody make food around here in this little?
It's supposed to be a
No,
cafe.
there's a bakery going in right next door, other side of this wall.
Yeah.
And
Bakery.
yeah, they've done. They're coming out of Bishop Arts as their first shop, but they usually do high-end wedding cakes, but they're going to be doing some lighter fare, I think, sandwiches, and supposedly they make a really good pretzel.
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
like if we can get a fresh pretzel next
Dude,
door
that'd be
paired with
sweet.
the beer.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm excited about that.
With just butter and salt, soak up all that alcohol.
Mm.
They hop on a train and get everybody the fuck out of here.
You
Get out of
guys, you guys
here.
need like a little a little pulley system, like a little line going down there, like you clip on like a
Yeah.
like a pretzel. And
We
like,
should just
drag
put
it
a
over.
just
We need
open
like a
hole
window,
right
yeah.
here.
Yeah. Like get also a little bell system. Like you bring a little bell, like fresh pretzels.
Yeah, city's
Just
awesome.
that sound.
This is actually the hazy is. We there yet? We ready for hazy?
We ready for
We're on
Hazy?
saison.
No, we're on the IPA.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Anyway.
go right.
The hazy's that brown one.
We'll get
with
the
all
hazy
the
later.
thanks to Jacob.
So what's
Unintentionally,
You trying to stir up the pot a little bit to
What is that? IPA?
IPA.
That's IPA.
Which one's it called? What is it
It's
called?
the
IPA.
call IPA?
It's called IPA.
We call it. What
What's it
is.
called?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oak
IPA.
Cliff IPA.
It says Oak Cliff IPA. I calls it like I sees it.
Yep.
That's
There you
what
go.
it's- that's the
We're not like
tagline.
other
That's
breweries.
my hood.
It is what it is.
Y'all have to have some.
What's the? We've been coming up with some catchphrases lately,
we
actually.
have been.
This is really great.
What was the one? Something you said something today, actually, or maybe it was yesterday. One of them,
yeah.
Todd. We were talking with Todd, and he was like, and I was like, "Well, damn, we're gonna start with 11 beers when we open. That's pretty crazy. And like most breweries open with 4." And then Todd goes, "Well, we're not like other breweries." And I was like, "Put that on a
Yes.
shirt."
And then, I don't remember the context, but I said they named it, we claimed it.
Yeah, there you go.
Or no, they claimed it, we named it. Yeah, something like that. Anyway.
I like that second part better. But
Yeah.
you know your opening song should be like "That's my hood."
I don't even know what it says, but-
On our new website, you know, the first thing that pops up is, "Are you 21?" If you didn't know, you should
It
try
takes-
that.
It takes to the song.
What does it take you to?
Takes you to the song
That's badass.
on
Get fun on
YouTube.
you.
Oak Cliff, that's my hood.
Ooh.
I actually have
is.
a T-shirt that
Did you already drink it?
No, I didn't. I'm not gonna give it to you guys.
when
You're
I've
gonna
already
get
worn
sick.
out my logoed stuff, I'll wear that when I'm out in the
What
market.
about Oak Cliff, that's my brew. Ooh. Right there, guys.
It's a week.
It's like a little too played on.
Yeah, he's like it's weak sauce, son. It's
Hey,
weak
he calls
sauce.
it like he sees it. Calls it like he sees
I mean, weak sauce. We've done better. I mean, when I say we, Drew has done better.
I'm sure we can get sour grapes to do something for the wall.
We
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Drew
Yeah.
right here. We have Drew.
My painting skills aren't up to Sour Group's standards, so.
Well, there's a lot of artists down here.
Are they ever there?
They're there like later at night. 'cause I-
They
Oh, it's nighttime.
they do weekend shows, like bring your kid to paint or
Oh, okay.
little things.
That's all they. Okay.
Yeah.
they're the graffiti artists.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff down here. Was it on a Saturday or something? We were walking down, I think it was when we were kegging everything, or cleaning the kegs. We were walking down, and I was walking back, and I looked up, like, just looked over, and it's a photo booth, basically. And there
Okay.
was people taking pictures, doing weird yoga poses with their pets.
Oh, shit.
It was a little weird. I kind of wanted to
No
laugh.
offense,
but-
you're white, right? White people.
no, it's mixed. I mean, it had cats and dogs, by the way. If
Yeah,
you're
that's
curious.
what you were asking about, right?
I guess that's a
No,
new
I know what
trend,
you meant.
'cause
So-
goat yoga was a trend for
I
a
was
while.
gonna say, is this gonna be the goat yoga area over here next to the
Sure.
window?
Is that a real thing? Goat yoga?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
They did it.
What?
That's
The
pretty
real
popular.
yoga people get pissed off about that, though. So don't
Oh,
say
really?
it to them. Yeah, they
think
don't
it's-
like that.
I think it's played out too. Like
Actually, we have a real yoga
Yeah.
studio down there, so they're probably.
Yeah, we got a
just-
yoga martial arts studio next door. They do gong meditation.
Yeah, it's pretty
on,
crazy.
Have you seen the gong meditation?
No, I've seen like a personal training of
They hit the-
karate or something.
Oh,
They're like,
all
there's
with
like,
it?
yes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's gonna be
You said
good
it's
when
a
we're
karate
pulling.
station, I was saying?
That's the one he's talking about. Yeah. Actually, the yoga studio let us store our kegs in their studio
Nah,
for.
if they're karate, I was gonna say if they're karate, if my knee was 100%, like I didn't return my AC, I would fight them. There's the challenge. I'm
They
like,
do,
for the podcast. Do it for the gram.
Aikido.
Aikido? I fight
Aikido.
I
That's their
Oh, that's what it
With
is.
the- with
I was
the-
wondering how you say that. It's like aikiki.
With the little-
Akiki.
little
Yeah,
sticks,
they
the
do stick
Kenpo
thing.
stick?
Yeah.
No, it's the defense without the sword. So if you lose your sword, there's supposed to be defense to turn people over. It's the one that Steven Seagal uses.
You should go check them out.
No,
after
if
a
my-
few
Sound like you're
beers.
pretty well.
I know,
versed in
dang.
Aikido,
Yeah.
man.
I know. I
We'll teach you about beer. You teach us about martial arts.
No, if my knee was 100%.
No, he'll teach you about
If my
talking
knee-
shit.
Yeah, I teach you about talking shit. If my knee was was better, I would talk shit and challenge him. But right now, if I try to throw a punch, man, he'd probably give out on me. And I'll get beat up for the gram. I don't want to do that.
That's right.
No, Aikido is a defense. Is a newer one of the newer martial arts. It was made in the 20th century, and it was a defense when if you lose your sword, kind of idea. Came from Japan, and you're just deflecting attacks. There's no attacking, no strikes involved.
Okay.
It's very low grappling. It's basically using a person's momentum and throwing them away from you. That's all it is. But if you ever Google Steven Seagal Aikido, when he was younger, you could see that he was really flipping people. He was, he's
Is it
6'4".
famous nowadays in Russia?
Yeah, he's about 6'4", about 200 pounds solid muscle back in the days in the 70s.
dude.
Now he's about like 400 pounds, old man, and he's just like,
That's right. Thank you.
Is he still making movies?
Yes,
I missed
yes,
those.
he is. He just came out with a movie this year. Listen, I follow all shitty action movies, especially like actors from that generation that I grew up on. Steven Seagal is one of them.
Jean-Claude?
John Claude, I keep up with him. He just came out with a movie a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Time cop.
Who else?
Top American classic, But Aikido is funny. If you want to look at people not really knowing how to fight. Anyway, that's not about beer.
On to the next beer. Well, actually, that goes into perfect to the next beer. YouTube Brutus. So there you go, brute strength.
Hey, man, bringing it all full circle. Yes, I planned that, sir. I planned that.
That's Victor's most elaborate segue he's ever had.
That's sweet as fuck. It smells sweet.
That brute's really clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it looks a little different from the.
It's supposed to be. So it's a take on a champagne, basically. Like a champagne beer.
Campaign with the champagne?
Oh, my, you took my fucking line. All right. What's my name?
Brutus.
Brutus.
Not again, Brutus. We were coming up with names yesterday.
Yeah.
That's fucking delicious.
So what does the drunken brainstorming look like for you guys? Everyone just get some
We don't
beers
do
going.
that,
We haven't
actually.
tried that
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't done that yet.
You guys need like a power powwow where you just get drunk and
Yeah,
They'll
brainstorm.
probably come
No,
out
we
all
usually-
super offensive.
No, yeah.
That's when you
if
start
all
super
four of us
offensive, then
drunk
you
is
bring
just,
it down.
doesn't work, I don't think. Todd just takes over and it turns into
hugs
like,
everyone.
yeah, it's like, yeah, it's more like Todd turns into Wanda and he just wants to be real needy. It's funny.
Wanda? From where? What's Wanda?
Dude, I don't know. It's just the name I wanted to give him.
Who's Wanda?
Thank you.
What, walk me through it. So what am I getting on the nose there?
What do you get?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm almost.
It's like smells sweet.
It's like a. I don't know how to explain it. Like, and I had it here. It tastes. It's definitely clearer when I had it that last time, but
Yeah.
it. To me, and it's gonna sound weird. It almost reminds me of like a butterscotch, but not sweet.
It tastes sweet to me, though. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, not as sweet as butterscotch. You know what I mean?
Butterscotch, yeah, of course. But it's still like sweet for a beer, though.
We're not sure where that beer is going. It's a new style, the brewed IPA. First time either Todd or I have brewed it.
But you know, what, my thing about it is that I'm trying to figure it out. But I think that's what I like about it because I'm like trying to figure it out. So it's interesting because I want to keep tasting it. And be like, what am I getting from this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
So there's we add an enzyme to it that the yeast ferments what yeast usually does and leaves some residual sugars that are pretty complex.
Mm-hmm.
We add an enzyme that breaks those down to simple sugars, and the yeast gets back at it and basically cleans it up. So there's basically no sugar content left in that. So there is no sweetness.
So what's the alcohol on that?
6.5?
6.5, yeah.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
But different people have said, people say butterscotch.
Oh, so you have heard of it before?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So actually, butterscotch is there's a flavor compound that comes out of poor fermentation character. It's diacetyl, and diacetyl has kind of a butter, popcorn, butterscotch flavor.
Yeah, I also say butter as well. Yeah, I could kind of get that a little bit.
Yeah, but the way we ferment and how long we ferment it, usually you do a diacetyl rest at the end, you raise the temperature, so they actually sat in the tank for a while, so we didn't rush that out. So Todd and I are like, it can't be diacetyl. We did a diacetyl test on it where you stick some in the microwave, and the microwave is supposed to accentuate it. There was no difference, so we're trying to figure out what that is. And another thing was, I think we use Huel melon. We use hops, and obviously we use hops. I used a couple different hops. But the thing about the brewed IPA is it just strips everything away. There's no sweetness to it. You get a little bit of malt backbone, but the brewed IPA is just, it's all about the hops.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like it's off-putting by any means. But I'm saying it's like
See, you said it's all about the hops. I don't get the hops. I get more sweet flavor to it. So it's
That's
interesting.
funny, because there's no sugar, I mean,
Yeah.
there
It's
is no more
supposed to be
residual
dry.
sugar. Yeah.
It's like a wine, like, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's so the scale of wine, right? You have these super dry, and then you have these super sweet ones. It's right in the middle of that transition of sweet and dry wines, where
Yeah.
it still has a residual sweetness to it, but that obviously has sugar in it.
Yep.
Shit ton of sugar actually, but this has no sugar. But I kind of feel it in that category.
Yeah, well, people say it's supposed to be the champagne of IPAs.
Yeah.
But I
Isn't that
think,
Coors Light?
No, it's
Definitely
Miller High Life. It's Coors is a champagne of beer. Yeah, there you go.
I think since it's such a new category, the market doesn't know what to expect, and either do brewers right now, like what people are going to really trend towards and really like. So the ones we've tried from other breweries too have either been super dry or they've been sweet. So I think it's supposed to kind of cater towards like a brunch beer, super light. While we were talking about mixing it with orange juice.
Orange
and calling
juice.
it a
yeah,
brunch
I could
driver.
see that like kind of adding a little sweetness back into it, sort of. But I could see that pairing well with some food. Yeah,
Like
for sure.
breakfast, definitely.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's already sweet. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It has no sugar. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm broken as my taste buds, but that's interesting.
We had talked about even putting it back in the bright and kind of conditioning it with some orange juice and doing it in the keg, but we're just gonna do it. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
it's a fun little recipe. I mean,
Yeah.
it's particularly challenging for Todd and I, just because, I mean, there's not a lot of them around. Intrinsic's doing some good breweds, but when Todd and I came with the recipe, it's like, I don't think we've had a brewed IPA.
Yeah.
So it's kind of intriguing, but challenging. It's like, we don't know what it's supposed to be. We get our first taste of it. It's like, is that what we were shooting for? It's like, I don't know.
I'll consult Michael Jackson and
Yeah, there you go.
back to you real quick on that.
So we're eager to do that one again and just
Yeah.
see if it turns out the same or if we need to change something.
So kind of back to the question you guys asked, like, what do you drink? Why do you drink what you're drinking? A lot of times I'm looking for stuff that is in trend. So I'll drink New England IPAs, and then lately, if I see a brewed, I'm trying it. I just want to see, okay, that's what that tastes like. That's what theirs tastes. Now you can, because even if you like it or you don't like it, you can at least figure out in your mind, like, here's the flavor profile of what they're making, like, because it's a new style. It's like uncharted territory, basically.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta figure it out. And
Yeah.
it's fair enough. That's why I like talking to people who want to try new beers or try the trends. Because for me, I'm still in that cusp. Like I just ordered how many beers I just ordered? 11, 10 beers.
I'll do that.
from where?
There's an app.
Taver?
Yeah.
They deliver?
Yeah.
What? No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. To my house.
It ain't legal.
Whoa.
For the second time.
But I can give you some websites. Actually, West Lakeview Liquor I used to order from in Chicago, and they would ship it straight to your door.
Here's your deep dish Chicago pie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this one I don't know what's the ramification for it as far as legality for it, because I know Texas laws.
It's just a Texas thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they're based out of California, but
No, they're Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
West Coast.
I didn't know they shipped here anymore.
Yeah, they still ship. I was on my app and I put my address and they said shipping it to it. It's gonna be here on the 4th.
What'd you buy?
TBC's gonna be there to bust you. Get on the floor.
No, they had too much to worry about. Don't
They
worry.
ain't got time for me. I'm like, I know
four guys
places
with
that's
a
breaking your
million-
code. So
Their biggest thing is
I'm
underage
informant.
drinking. That's all they care about.
which one?
And getting paid.
Underage. Yeah, getting paid and underage drinking.
Yeah. Who's
So
having fun?
what episode
Who
one?
knocked
There's no episode 1 here. TBC.
It doesn't exist.
No, we start episode 2. That's how we start.
Well, TBC has no jurisdiction over us. So.
Do they?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You're
Are
in
you
their
sure?
state.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, we can still get arrested for giving drinks to minors.
Prove.
Exactly.
TBC
Prove it.
comes down for like the scaffolding. Get on the floor.
No, so I got 11 beers coming in, but it's all just not basic beers. It's all like aged beers and different ones from the West Coast and East Coast style, but it's like regular IPAs and
Yeah.
nothing like new and trendy. I'm still trying to.
What's that mean? What do you mean? They're new.
That's true.
What do you mean?
You've never had them before.
I new to me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
new
yeah.
to me. They may not be new to people like this, or they're not in the
You'd be
trend.
surprised. I think there's so many breweries now. Like, it's probably something we haven't had. You know what I mean?
Old Rasputin?
I have that at
North
the
Coast.
house.
There you go.
I have that.
That's
So
not
my another story is I don't know what I'm doing. I have so many beers.
I think he's tried older Rasputin. He just
We
doesn't
have-
remember it.
No, I know we have. I have it at the house too.
Is that when you hurt your arm?
Yeah. No, so my manager runs ultra marathons. And he has like his ultra marathon group that he like gets in contact with, and then when they go to these meets, they meet up and hang out. They all drink stouts. So he told me about the podcast. So what they all done is going back to their cellars and gave me beers that they have multiple of, and gave it to him and give it to me.
Nice.
End up having like over 60 beers at the house.
She's got bags and bags full of just like nice beers. Some of them like older,
Like local beers that's older, but they all
2013
yeah,
beer from somewhere.
2011. I got a bunch of stouts. That's
Nice.
aged as fuck. So I had to pull out a mini fridge and now order 11 more beers. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I became that guy that has a shit ton of beer at the house, and that just happened overnight.
We need to start drinking some of those.
So we gotta bring it
Part of
here,
the
and
culture.
you guys
Should
can
bring
drink with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We'll
a
do an episode
problem.
up here,
Yeah.
and we'll come up have a taste testing.
We need to.
Oak Cliff. That's right.
I got to a point where I had like, oh, sorry. Keep-
No, go ahead.
No, I had like 200, 300 bottles, and I was like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, I was like, I need to start working on this. Because I have like an inventory thing that I have for my own beers.
Yeah.
I was like,
What'd you do with them? You still got some?
Drink them. I have 40 left. I'm
You
at
drank
40.
'em?
I'm at 40. It took me about a year and a half to drink
I
like
think more
all
is
of them.
untapped.
What's
Count
your
it down.
what's your score at, bro? What are you at? 8 million?
Individual or
Over
just
9,000?
total check-ins?
Over 9.
Like unique or total?
I don't know. You tell me.
Total, I'm at like, am I at 10,000?
You were 10,000.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm at 10,000.
He is over 9,000.
And then for unique, I think I'm at 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, fuck you too.
I take it with a grain of salt.
We actually have, we have brewery ratings already. We're not even open, right? We still remember those fake
We have a
ones?
brewery rating?
No, not on Untappd, but on Google.
Oh,
remember
on
that?
Google, yeah.
Remember that rating we got?
Someone came and they thought it was open, but it wasn't, so she gave us a 1. Sorry, come back and try us. We'll be open.
So you gotta tell us, like, sorry, we're officially open on September 1st.
It never even said we were open though. She was like, "It looked like y'all were open," so I came and was like, "What the hell?"
Maybe it was she meant like first, so it was number 1, like for September.
Oh,
1st,
right,
so
right.
that's
Yeah,
what
I'm
it
sure
was.
that's
The
what it
first of the
was,
month.
yes.
But I will say this: I know one of the beers that's going to be really good, highly reviewed and rated is going to be this one right here. This is
Yeah,
that,
good segue.
Yeah,
That's the
There
segue
you
for
go.
Drew. That's the
Lady
segue over here.
it's going to be that.
Oh, side note, aren't we the highest rated brewery in DFW on Untappd?
Right now, yeah.
No, that's
It's because Todd rated everything.
yeah.
5.
Todd was telling us that. And I was like, I don't know how to find that. I guess he like one day he just went on there and made an Excel sheet and like got the average like rating for every brewery in DFW.
The day you went home early had nothing to do.
Yeah, Colin Williams.
Starting on
Todd, you should have been here, buddy. Defend yourself.
We need to talk about this, Todd.
Sounds like that's what he's doing right now. He's writing reviews.
But yeah, let's jump on that thing.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
so
do this.
tell us what are we going with next?
Lady glasses.
Lady
New England
glasses.
IPA.
Yeah.
So Todd wears lady glasses?
Yes, Courtney's glasses.
Used to.
Yeah, apparently that's where the name came from.
Yeah.
No shit, I was just totally.
No,
No, he did. Yeah.
I was like, man, you're in the know. I didn't even know that.
Totally, Courtney, I'm sorry. I'm just
Are they like skinny glasses or something?
No, I think it was not too long before he started here. He broke his glasses. He went to the optometrist and said, "I need some new frames for these lenses."
Yeah.
And the optometrist is like, "All we have is these. They're women's glasses, but they fit your frames
Yeah.
or they fit your
It's
lenses."
good, man.
So Todd came in and he was like, I don't know how the subject came out. I think he was just self-conscious about his lady glasses. And he's like, "Oh yeah, my glasses are actually ladies' glasses." But yeah, lady glasses flew around for a bit. We ended up naming this beer after it. I don't know what it has to do with the New England IPA.
No,
but-
because of Todd, you know.
I think that's honestly, it doesn't have to go with the style. It's just something that
Yeah.
like, fits.
Yeah.
And it makes
Fun
you-
name.
This guy offhandedly mentioned to make a beer called Victor's Chanclas, and our friend who's a homebrewer made a beer.
Oh, you
called
talking
Victor-
about
Jacob
Jacob?
Strange Brew?
oh, Strange Brew. Okay, no, I thought it was someone else. But I know him.
Yeah, I was like, he said it offhandedly, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll make that," and it's now a beer called Victor's Chanclas.
It's a great name.
Has nothing to do with
Victor who?
So Victor, like chocolate
It's
in
flip-flops.
Spanish, it means just like a flip flop, like a
Yeah.
sandal.
What your grandmother throws at you
Yeah, it was like
when you get in trouble.
a whole little cultural.
Oh, thanks,
thing of,
Jacob.
like, when you get in trouble, your
Oh,
mom
yeah, I'm
hits you
sorry.
with
No,
like
we
the
don't have a lot of lady glasses left. We
I
can't have
know.
any
Yeah,
more.
I
thanks.
thought you took a sip. I forgot
And
you
so
said.
he is like notorious for like talking shit. Like he's like, yeah, men shouldn't wear shorts out of the house. They shouldn't wear.
When you go out, so let me clarify my position. So it's funny that lady glasses has nothing to do with the style. So,
Yeah.
but it's a funny name that has a good story for the culture.
It's got a story, yeah.
Has a culture
Yep.
for Oak Cliff Brewing,
Yep.
so we always just support the culture.
Nothing to do with the mango Kolsch.
But my flip flops had nothing to do with Mango Coach, and my
Yeah.
hate for flip flops had nothing to do with Mango Coach. But
Yeah.
became a beer because he said it fucking off candidly. So my position of men in flip flops and shorts. No offense.
Don't worry, I'm all about some shorts.
And so I grew up.
I
growing
thought he had
up,
shorts on.
So when you go play basketball, play sports, you always have shorts. That's fine. That's perfectly fine, right? But when you go out for work, it's always gonna be bare minimum. And my grandfather and my dad hates it when you wear sneakers when you go out for work. Always has to be boots. But they will let you slide because it's a kid's thing. You wear sneakers. Fair enough. But always jeans, slacks, or something. Always long. You can't wear shorts. Men don't wear shorts. And you always have to dress proper. You always have either button-up, polo, something to dress nice when you go to work. Construction or not, you gotta look good. And that's how I grew up. So when I go out, I never wear shorts in the summertime. I don't care how hot it is. I'm always gonna wear 2-layer shirts, maybe 3 if I'm feeling bold.
Ridiculous.
And that's, I'll sweat it out. You deal with it. You know, you deal with it. It just it's a bad habit.
What do you think about
Well,
it?
I just looked at the AC and I was like, I forgot that thing's
It's
been
off.
off.
So it's a bad habit, but I don't mind. I'm just used to it. This is how I grew up, and every time I see it, me and my stepfather. The only thing me and my stepfather has a lot of things that we talk about rarely. But the number one we talk about constantly is when we go out. It's like, look at this dumbass
Wearing
flip flops and shorts. What grown
So
man? with-
he's basically an old man in a younger man's
Yeah,
body.
I guess so.
That's what it is.
Right.
He's got the inclinations of an older man. So
Yeah, but it's I don't know. I don't know if
Well,
it's
you know
people
what
wear
else?
shorts.
You
He
know-
wears shorts all the time, and I talk shit to him all the time.
right. I was thinking about it today. I was like, should I wear my shorts? I thought about it. But you know what? You may have old man inclinations, but you know what doesn't get old?
Stouts.
This stout we're about to try.
Yeah.
So
And we all have our own glasses too.
That's
So
right. We found you a
Yeah, we don't have to
cheers.
share this one. Jacob doesn't have to drink all of it.
Yeah.
salud.
Cheers.
So what are we drinking here, guys?
They call it sombre, but I say sombre.
Sombre.
I've heard more sombre.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I had to.
That's a good way of saying it. Yeah.
What is it?
Shadow?
Imperial stout with vanilla
Sombre?
and caramel?
Yes.
That's
Is there
good,
cocoa
man.
nibs in there? Or is it just the malt?
This is
Just the
30%? No way.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you said before.
It's clean as fuck. You don't taste alcohol in it at all.
This
It's
is,
really good.
Well, you're talking to that's a ode to Todd. That's Todd's baby.
yeah.
You know he made Prairie Bomb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's he brewed that for a long time.
We had that on the show too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
I think we had
between,
Pirate Bomb on the show.
between Todd and I, we got the black beer covered.
There you go.
Black lager,
Yeah.
and this is
This is good.
total
This is-
opposite end of the
this has got a lot of,
spectrum
like,
in the.
good complex flavors in it.
Yeah.
So whenever you guys officially open it, it's on tap. I can't buy it here. Fuck you, Texas law.
Yeah,
Uh,
was actually a
You
little
can get it.
option like
You can get it at Civil Pour. They have a
Yes.
growler.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have
They
it.
open
They're tapping
Civil
it
Pour?
Yep.
next. Well, they're pushing it.
Are they?
Yeah, he said they're not going to open next week. We probably can't do our event next week.
Well, they have a keg of something there.
Who's Singapore? Where's that at?
You know Chad Montgomery? He does Big Texas Beer Fest.
Yeah.
Him and his wife are opening up
Grow.
it's a coffee bar growler thing. It's gonna be
He
sweet,
fucking stole my idea.
dude. It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
right on Walnut too, so it's right by you actually. Yeah.
So the reason why I say he stole my idea, even though it's probably he had it first, probably most likely, whatever, is because me and Drew make pour over coffee, and so we were like, we make a pour over coffee and have beer there, and that'll be our niche.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he's right. Where where Black Beer and Table is?
Yeah.
It's like the other side.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's cool. We went over there last week.
Yeah.
It's really
This
nice.
is really good. So I'm getting a little bit of the booziness for sure, like at the end. But I think Black Lager is still my favorite. This one was like, I was like, this is gonna be the overtake. But I was
Oh, that's
like,
like second to black lager. Todd.
Catch that?
Todd beat you.
They've been going head to head. It's
I'll
funny.
tell you this.
If I'm gonna have some dessert, this is gonna be my dessert.
Yeah, put
Yeah,
this on
it's
some
perfect.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, be like a nice bowl of just
Tiramisu
like dope.
Yeah, if you're trying to make bad
ooh,
decisions,
tiramisu?
drink this.
Yeah.
I'm making bad decisions every day of my life.
I think like having like one of these little tasters next to like a just a nice vanilla like ice cream, just something like clean,
Yeah.
kind of clean spot, would go really well.
So this is my favorite, but it's a close second to who made the New England. Was it you?
Todd.
That was Todd's recipe. Actually, we adjusted Todd's recipe because our equipment was having problems. So that was actually as much an
Oh, yeah.
equipment workaround as
And a Jacob thing,
good.
a manual change.
Yeah. Is that your
The
idea?
chocolate malt.
The chocolate malt.
Oh yes, that
Was
too.
that the black bag? Yeah, that was an accident.
It's a team sport here.
It's a team. So the
Yeah.
team beer is a close second. It's like right on the cusp of
Yeah.
like being equal to this, but it's like this is because I love stout, so I'm
Yeah.
being real biased because my personal palate, right? So I love this, and I want to drink it a lot, regardless of the situation. This is my poolside beer, and I'll be that drunk guy by 2 o'clock by the pool.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, but
The drunk uncle.
the drunk uncle by the barbecue, like, I got this. Move out the way.
Yeah,
You're burning the burgers, Dad.
we had a friend Molly, my buddy Matt's girlfriend, came to hang out with us at the pool last week. She brought stouts. I'm like, what's wrong with you? It's 100 degrees outside.
Don't give a fuck. We drink it anytime,
She
anywhere.
she's like, I'm gonna get there quick, and then I gotta go to dinner. I'm like, all right.
You know, she's a
Sounds
party girl.
good.
Like,
Yeah.
she's down the
We had a
After
buddy,
my own heart.
Matt Harris. He brought his girlfriend last week to Brain Dead.
That's right.
And he's like, yeah, she had a stout, and by the time we left, she was hammered. And I was like, I had to drive
Just
home.
one stout?
Yeah.
How is she 100 pounds?
I don't know. She must be, or maybe she doesn't drink. I
It's a
don't know.
big stout.
It's a big boy.
Yeah.
That's interesting. No, this is my what I would rate as a phenomenal beer,
Yeah.
and
For sure.
it's drinking any occasion anywhere. This is something I'm gonna grab to.
Yeah, I think it's good that we had it definitely
At the
last
end.
Yeah,
because
don't
the
start there.
flavors really opened up a lot. But man, it's good. But still gonna go with that black lager.
Lone Star still has some.
Yeah, probably.
Taps and caps.
Taps and caps?
Todd makes a lot of great beer, but he's
I can tell you right
a
now.
master at the stouts, imperial stout.
Maybe you need to
so.
go get some.
I do need to get
But I think
some.
it's good, honestly, though, for you having like a homebrew background because it's good to. I think the collaboration aspect would be there a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
people are like, oh, I'm gonna focus more on the business side. And you're separate. You're gonna do brewing. I'll be business side. It's cool to have that bridge. So it's
It is cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Louisville has a lot.
Oh, perfect. I live I don't live right by there, but I could get there real fast.
Getting your new growler,
I
man.
can't. I gotta use my old ones because Jacob has my old growler with his new stout.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm recarbonating for him, so we're gonna try it this weekend.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice.
Fair enough. I'll be at Rick. I will see you later.
Yep.
Or Jack. Either one.
Yeah, you guys have that digital pour app on your phone?
Not the app, but I go to the website.
I go to the
sometimes.
website, yeah.
Can you look it on the website?
Is the stout on there?
I didn't know that. Just get the app's great. Just get it.
Yeah, just pull up the app and it goes by your location too, wherever you're at, it pulls up everything that whoever uses that.
There's only
You
like
can check. 20
20 accounts in DFW that have digital pour, but it's a great app because you can see how much is on
Yeah.
it.
Does Captain Growlers use digital?
Captain
Growler?
Growler, Liquid Growler, Bluffy Growler, Taps and Caps,
and
both of them. On tap, Cool Keg.
On rotation.
No,
Bastards. I love you guys. Just joking.
Yeah. It's good.
No, this is really good. It's a great way to end the beer drinking right here.
This did really well last night.
So,
I'm glad we didn't have this.
I'll tell you this. When we gonna do this drinking game?
We'll set that up.
When you feel like it.
Wait, we need a
You got
couple
the after the launch.
After the launch.
No, of course. We're
Yeah,
not gonna do it.
We're gonna do
next
it
week.
here.
We can do it here. We're
Okay.
gonna have a party with all the.
Yeah.
Invite whoever you want to do this.
You want to do it on a Wednesday?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it on Wednesday.
Just bring a bunch of
Shit beer.
shitty beer.
Everyone's like bound to like not.
Yeah, let's just
hammered
do like
because
3
we
weeks
can-
out from now.
Okay.
Yeah, or 4 weeks.
Shoot for that.
3 to 4. Figure out a
shoot you
date.
the dates
And
and
we'll
then-
do it Wednesday.
Yeah.
Come with some scorecards with like
And we can be open that day too. I mean, we can do that and then be open and hang out and stuff.
Nah,
So we
fuck
can make
yeah.
money. I mean, that's good. You like money, right?
Of course, he's ready to make money.
He's like, it's about the beer, guys.
No, it's about the it's about the
really
views.
not.
No, we've been trying to. We've been wanting to open this bad. So
Yeah. No, it'll
get
be
that
cool.
cash in.
I think it was cool, like coming out here, whatever you guys had the little industry night.
That was
because
fun.
It was a lot of fun
Yeah.
for sure, and it was cool to see everybody come out and support. You know, like they were really supportive.
That
of
was
the
really
craft beer
nice.
scene.
I never
It was-
experienced that before.
it was
I don't know
fun.
about you. I've never experienced
Yeah.
that
I
before.
hope you guys met.
We're not crazy.
Met people too. We had
Oh,
we
yeah,
invited
we
a lot of
were-
industry people.
We were
So
mingling all day, but
No do with all the cards that I got.
I think we
Yeah.
have like 15 breweries here.
yeah, we were supposed to have like 25.
Yeah.
Businesses left in the home and stuff.
well, you had brewers here, but then you had people who had like growler first station or like bar, like on the
Yeah.
bottle
Yeah.
stations and stuff like that too.
No, it was cool. It was a good. It
From
was
everywhere.
I thought it was like the best
It
that
was
it could have been.
successful,
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of friends that work at other breweries, and so we wanted to let them know, like, hey, we're be good neighbors and come in, check it out. So everybody, and we wanted to get their perception on the beer as well and see what they thought. So
Which I think was badass. I think from my perspective, I'm remembering it. I think everybody loved it. I think everybody did love the black lager. It was number one on that evening.
I kept hearing the black lager for sure.
I
Yeah.
think everyone talked to like, yo, you gotta drink that black lager. So that
I was hyped on that one for sure too.
yeah.
definitely. So that was number one, and then everybody was chill. Who bought the pizza?
Grayson.
That was awesome though.
Grayson.
That came out of nowhere.
Grayson works at Zalot.
It's a lot, yeah.
So he's actually starting a brewery. Bless you. Bless You Brewing. He's a home brewer right now.
Bless you, bro.
That saved my day, that pizza.
It's spelled
man.
weird. It's like BLESHOUX.
Bless you.
Like if you're going to like Louisiana, you know.
Bless.
Is he from Louisiana?
I don't know. I don't know where he got the name. But it's like Bless You.
He walked in with the pizza and everyone was like, "Ooh."
I told him he should have brought 8. He only brought 4. He said he was only going to bring 2. So
Yeah.
That was good.
It saved a lot of people's lives than I think.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
No, that's an interesting name. I hope he thinks about it.
It's done. Set in stone.
Good name.
Bless
Good
you.
name. It's a good name. Good name. It's better than like I'm gonna shit on Jacob real quick. So Strange Brew, you hear strange. There's the word strange, right? So we made a video with him and I tagged like Strange Brew because he doesn't have an official place yet. And he fucking comments on the video. He's like, "That's not how you spell the name." Like, bitch, you didn't tell me. It was a German name.
Oh, with the RU?
Yeah, and the double
U
dots.
with the-
Yeah.
I forget what it's called with the.
Yeah.
What is that?
Umlaut?
Is that what it's called?
Umlaut?
No.
I don't know what it's called,
Yeah,
but
you
he
might be
said,
right,
he
actually.
said, and I looked at him like, "You never told me." Like, if you have a special name to it.
Oh, did you do Strange Brew, EW?
Yeah, it's a regular Strange Brew.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. He was like, "That's not it."
Wait, he doesn't even have social media though?
He does, but his is
Check
private.
the typos. I'll fix
But
it.
you would have got it wrong too.
So now you
No, I
look bad on
remember that.
now in public. Is
He
the
gave
comment
us
still
public
there?
it.
Is the comment
Yeah, it's still on there.
That's awesome.
You have your phone on you? You can pull it up. It's still on there. It's on our Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's on the video where we tagged him about 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "Strange Brew, you spelled it wrong." I was like, "Bitch."
Where'd y'all do that? Craft and Growler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try to support Robert and Craft Growler a lot because he's showing us.
I like
support.
Robert. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Robert's a good dude.
Yeah, we love Robert. We love Todd a lot. They showed us a lot of love, and it gives us a lot of leeway when we go there. Like a lot of times, we told them we'd be there on Thursdays to record, most likely. But if we show up Wednesday or Friday,
Sure.
they're very welcoming and very supportive and gives us tips and drinks. So all of it is good. I love those guys a lot, and they're fucking fun to drink with.
Now we gotta take the train down here and come record some shows over here.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we were talking about that. Matt from Celestial was here on Monday, and we were talking about setting up some sort of dart rail pub crawl.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Because they're right on the, like, by the station over on, is it Inwood and
Can we
Maple?
make this
Green
a
Line?
yearly event?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not-
so we got
you'd have to get off, though.
Celestial. Four Corners is on the red line. It's like 2 blocks off.
You can pretty much go to Brain Dead.
Brain Dead. It's close. We're
So we
close.
go-
That'd be
we go-
sweet.
We
Those
can hit
four.
like
That'd
8.
be a shit show, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we take the train. That's why we take the train.
That's the more of a shit show,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we make this a yearly event?
Well, you got
We
Brandon
should
and
set
Debo
it,
on
we should set this up.
both. You
Actually,
could-
it's gonna
you
be
could do
fun.
those two,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I'm saying. We make this and we all have shirts. Like
Oh,
people,
well, what we need to do is like, you know,
like,
if you
cards and
If you
checks.
do all 4, if you get your
Yeah.
card punched at all 4, then the last destination, you get a T-shirt or something that you
Yeah.
did the.
Or maybe if you get out your card punched it all for, the next time you come to one of those breweries, you get a free beer or something. Or
We
shirt,
really
yeah.
just- Everybody like pitch in or something and raise some money for a charity.
Not
charity
charities.
event. Charity event.
You're so nice.
I'm with you.
Wow.
Get
Good job.
everybody involved.
Cool.
and-
You're gonna get a lot of people, yeah, for sure.
No, get
Yeah.
charity event. Getting Dallas Beer Talk to New York City to record more breweries.
Let's
over
do
there.
it.
Charity event, the portion goes to charity, and a free shirt.
Wait, so you're from New York?
Yeah.
Have you been to Other Half?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I didn't
You
drink
need to
beer.
go to Other
Beer
Half.
center,
So I just started drinking.
How often do you go back?
I haven't been in 4 years.
You need to go back.
So this is the reason. If I go back, I'm not going back for beer. It's
I'll go with him and I'll go for the beer.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And then I'll send it back.
No, it's not that I don't want to go for the beer or travel that way. There's a reason why I haven't been back to New York.
But aren't they in Brooklyn?
There.
It doesn't matter.
Did you get kicked
No.
out?
No, I didn't get kicked out. Long story short.
My cousin works there. We're gonna fight. I gotta go back.
No. So my mom is one of 14 kids and my dad's one of 10. I have an extreme amount of family
family.
members over there, and they still live in New York City. So I've traveled everywhere else in the last 4 years, and I've traveled a lot of places. But last time I was in New York, I was only there for a weekend. So I text my friends and family. I was like, hey, I'm here at these 3 locations for the weekend. Meet me there. I would love to see you guys. I just don't have time to go travel across the 5 boroughs to see everybody.
It was tired hands, other half.
No one, like, a few people came out, mostly my friends, and like one family member came out to see me. And I didn't go see everybody else. I said, fuck it, I have no time. The only person I went to go see, which she still gives me shit about, is my grandmother, and I only gave her an hour. It's like, I got no sleep. You got an hour, grandma, I love you. Give me hugs, pictures, food. We're gonna talk, and then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
And ever since then, all I get is shit about not seeing everybody. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm not going back. I have not been back.
We'll take a low-key incognito
I
trip.
can't. We can record a video. They're gonna be like, "You in New York City, really?"
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do the video.
It's green screen, bro.
Green screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Drew did the recording and he just put me in there. He just spliced me in there.
Photoshop it.
Editing got real quick, real advanced in DBT.
No, well, if you don't go, you still need to drink their beer. It's good.
I do need to drink a lot of East Coast beer. So what we're working with Jacob from Strange Brew, it's his idea, road trip, and we're gonna start like in Chicago.
Have you looked into Brews Travelers 365?
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about. Like,
Dude, if
it's
you
a-
guys did that
it's a
and then
trip.
recorded that, that'd be awesome.
So we're gonna vlog it. So the point of it is, we have a bunch of equipment, we have a bunch of mics now, and I'm gonna need a few more things for batteries and new extended storage. And once I get those things together, we're planning out, and it's gonna be a 2-part trip. So the idea right now is because Jacob doesn't want to go West Coast. So whoever wants to come for me from Texas, West Coast, and then we're gonna stop right before Chicago, and then come back to Texas. So any breweries you can find, looping around.
Yeah.
Then we come back down.
What are you talking about? It's like more.
No, so yeah, Brandon, what's his last name? He's a brewer at Noble Ray. And then Michael Roberts used to work at Oak Highlands, but he works at, I can't remember the brewery. It's in Golden, Colorado. But these two guys basically quit their job and they, brewery?
Cruise.
No,
Coors?
go ahead.
Oh.
Finish your story.
Basically, they hit a brewery. Their plan was to hit a brewery every day for a year. I think they hit like 600, 700 breweries
700 something
in a year. They were like, they had a van and they were just, it was, dude, if they recorded that, that would have been epic.
Yeah, so not that crazy, kind of crazy. So
When we get sponsored, that crazy.
when we get sponsored, it'd be that crazy, and that's something with vlogs. So the vlog part is a 2-part vlog, and it might be 1 half year and then the second half year. So the first half is West Coast to the Midwest, coming back, and that's one vlogging that entire trip and taking pictures and vlogging it, and that's one like multiple epic episodes, right? The second half is when we're gonna do the second half of the year is with Jacob, where we're gonna go back to Chicago, East Coast, coming down to Florida, and come back to Texas. So it's gonna be a 2-part epic shit show of traveling, a lot of driving, vlogging, and drinking.
It's like a recovery period.
The recovery period is when I get back to work.
So you should get Vita Coco to be your sponsor so you can replenish all your electrolytes.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And you got to get that teed up, man. We actually, one of our buddies, the guys that started Turning Point, Josh and Alex, they went on a road trip from here to Wisconsin. I think they hit Chicago, like basically just went up, kind of hit like St. Louis, Wisconsin, Illinois. They went to Toppling Goliath in Iowa,
Okay.
and it was the craziest story. They ended up, they had like a trunk of beer that they go to a tap room, here's a case. You know, some people were like, whatever, thanks, here, charge you whatever. They charge you the normal price. But some people were like, oh, that's awesome, you guys are awesome. And they happened to catch the owner at Toppling Goliath, and then he fell in love with their stout, because Alex was brewing at Community at the time.
Okay.
So it was Legion, regular Legion, not barrel aged. And he like invited them to his house and then let them stay at his house.
All good recording
Like,
content.
like straight up, like, oh, that would have been awesome. And it's Toppling Goliath, who now they're kind of weird because they're having some legal stuff with their brewers, but that's a world-class brewery for sure. That would have been a crazy experience.
So hopefully we have something crazy to capture. We don't know. We'll see. So what it is? It's a multiple thing we need to map out. We just can't do it. So we have to map out our roads we're gonna take and map out what breweries are near what roads and what was our stops. So
How many you gonna hit?
as many as we can in 2 weeks.
You're gonna be fucked up though. Like I've done it where I went to.
is that a bad thing?
No, but you're driving. Like I went to San Diego.
We have a driver. No.
We have multiple.
okay.
We have multiple. It's not gonna be just me. I'm not doing it by myself. So
Okay.
when I say vlogging, yeah, we're gonna be vlogging, recording.
How many have it? 4?
Preferably minimum 4.
Yeah.
But like more people the merrier. Like we get like 6, 8 people, and we all can share responsibilities in driving.
We're all gonna put in $20 and rent like an RV. And
$20.
No, I did this in San Diego once where I hit like 15 breweries in a matter of 36 hours.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
And,
36 hours? Wow.
and it was because we went there. We flew in Saturday morning and left Saturday night,
So, but I feel
and it
like
was rough.
that many within that short of a duration.
You're not really
I feel
enjoying it, like, at that point,
Well,
right?
I'm saying, like, I feel like wouldn't it all kind of like blend together? Because when you get to a certain point of being, I mean, how did it break down? Like
It was like
day-wise?
go in for like 2 hours or an hour. You had a max time to stay.
Yeah, but I'm saying like okay, so under that sense, like you go to like the 4th or 5th brewery, and you're like, damn, you like everything tastes good, or everything's just kind of skewed because of your palate's kind of like twisted a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's like, is it really
At that point, you're just
taking it for the views.
hammered.
It's
Yeah.
a shit show tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like-
Doing it for the gram.
Doing
There
it
you go.
definitely for the gram. We do a lot of pictures for the gram. No, so we're not going to be that crazy. It's that crazy, but not in that like 1 day time frame. So what we're going to do, what I'm thinking, envisioning is road trip vlogging and maybe 1 or 2 at every stop. 1 or 2. So San Diego's of course gonna have more than like El Paso, New Mexico, and Arizona, right? Because San Diego has more of the breweries everybody wants to look at and try. And I don't know about those places until I look them up. But we hit as many places on the road trip we can, respectively, without us getting fucked up and distracted. Because we got to make it all the way to Chicago.
Yeah.
So we got to go up the Pacific Northwest.
Wait, all the way up top?
Yeah, Seattle,
Okay.
and then see what we can do across.
Utah down.
Dude, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and we gotta go.
When are you
across.
doing
We have to
We're,
map it out.
we're accruing that PTO at work right now.
I have
So
it.
once-
I have
Setting
it.
it all up for-
Once that comes
I'm
up,
gonna yeah, because you got to get that teed up, like when you're hitting places.
Yeah, we
so
gotta.
that the
I gotta figure out
right
who's coming.
people are
Yeah, we gotta figure
there.
out who's coming with us. What's the time?
Because
frame
it
of
reminds
who's
me of.
sponsoring our gas.
You ever watch Brewdogs?
No.
Yeah.
You watch Brewdogs. It's
Is that the one on Viceland everybody keeps talking about?
Yeah, it's on. It was on Vice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like so those guys are crazy. The what's it?
Two guys.
James and Martin.
I don't know their names.
Are they brothers?
No, they're friends.
No, they're not brothers. But James and Martin, the two guys. One of them's like a master sister, but they go to breweries in America, and they'll do like a collab, and they'll like hit a bunch of like bars in the area. It sounds really similar to that, like something they did. They stopped doing that show. I don't know why. I like that show.
The views,
Liver failure.
No, they got so damn big.
Yeah.
No,
You
it's,
can work your way up to like.
They were like the
Boys and
fastest
all
growing
that.
brewery in the world at one point.
Yeah.
no, I definitely. So we have to tee it up. So it's a multiple thing. First, we gotta tee it up the time frame. Then we gotta tee up the road. Then we gotta tee up who's gonna come with us. And depending who comes with us, the more people come, the more spots we can hit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it helps us with the driving and the drinking. Like we're gonna drink and.
Are you doing like hotels and shit? Or are you
Yes.
sleeping in the car?
No, we're gonna do
It's all
hotels.
logistics.
But logistically, like we're gonna hit spots, and sometimes we're gonna hit a spot just to hit the spot and then get back on the road.
Yeah.
So we gotta pick out when we're gonna really stop and stay in a hotel, and that's a night lost. And then where we're gonna do it. Most likely, we're definitely gonna stop in San Diego and sleep there, maybe a day or 2. But then we gotta drive up the Pacific Coast West. Like then, how many breweries along that way we're gonna? Because we definitely want to stop in Oregon. We definitely want to stop in Seattle. So then, how many breweries are gonna hit on the West Coast? Then we gotta figure out where we're gonna go, the north part of it. And then we gotta stop right before Chicago, something around there, outside of Chicago, then heading back south, home. So it's a lot of
Lots to plan out, for
It's
sure.
a lot of things to map out.
Yeah.
It's a crazy map out.
That'd be a
because-
cool ass trip though.
And the second part of the
Yeah.
trip is when we get Jacob and his wife on. The second part of that trip is going back to Chicago, starting that trip again in Chicago, making it to the East Coast, and coming
You going
back
to Florida?
South Florida, and making it back to
Chicago's
Texas.
cool.
God damn.
Love Chicago.
Yeah, it's a 2-part journey, and it's like insane.
Well, at this point, there's so many breweries now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't hit them all in this type of format, but we're gonna hit the best.
Even in states like Mississippi, there's like 20 plus breweries.
200?
At least.
Mississippi?
Yeah.
awesome.
That's surprising
we
to me.
had one from
Yeah.
Mississippi that had a decent IPA, thanks to the Dallas Beer Squad, your people.
I like Southern Prohibition.
Prohibition, that's the name.
Yeah.
It was cool.
The IPA was
They're
really
big
good.
time though. They're not small anymore.
What's big
what's
time?
the Lazy Magnolia is big time. Well, that's Showtime, and then big time. Like they're the big brewery. They were the brewery for 5 years when no one was there. So that's big time. But then you kind of got like the up and comers. So
Yeah, so we need to map it out where we're gonna go. It's gonna be insane. So if you guys are down, we're down at more than merrier. We
We
got
get the
a
PTO saved up. We'll do
we
that.
got a party.
We got the owner right here, the boss.
yeah, what's PTO?
I have no PTOs.
He's like, this is all.
We don't
working
got
hours,
that.
And
boys.
he's like, there's only 4 of us, so y'all don't have PTO yet.
You got
We've
PTO,
got
you
5
just
years,
can't take
and
it.
You guys
Yeah.
you get a day off.
Legally, he gave it to us, but he's like, yeah, you ain't leaving it.
not yet, not yet.
Yeah.
So we got map design. I keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something. Well, we're gonna start our Patreon page, and it's gonna be something that we're gonna like get that going and want to put it out to people who watch the show. If you have a brewery you want us to hit, and if it's on our route, we're gonna do as much as we can. We're trying to throw it out to as many people and get something that's interesting for everybody, as much people we can to watch
You'll
it.
get Yeah, you get a ton of
That'd be cool.
recommendations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
and
awesome.
the most recommendations, like the ones that's like the top ones, people interested us to try it. Like, we'll hit that up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We'll start out with Victor being who he is, and he'll come back a beer cicerone. I think is the plan
Yeah.
of it all.
I thought we posted that. Oh, we had Judy. Judy wants to take a Cicerone program with us. This is a girl
yeah.
in Fort Worth who's
Yeah.
a wine person.
Somalia.
Somalia, yeah.
Yeah. But
Thank you, sir.
I just want to say it was fun here with you guys today.
Oh, fuck
Thank you so
yeah.
much for having us. We tried all the beers, very delicious.
That they have right now. They have 11 when they open up on September 1st.
More come.
More to come for sure. So we're looking forward to September 1st, and we'll be here for sure.
Yeah.
Take that train, Tyler Station,
From
baby.
my house.
Right in line. So it was fun. Thank you guys so much for having us on.
Our pleasure.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
times.
I know you'll thank you for taking a break from work, and I appreciate it. So everybody have a safe weekend. I appreciate you guys. Be here September 1st. We will be here, and we're going to have fun.
Yep.
Peace. Have a safe
Awesome.
weekend.
Cheers.
Love you guys. Salud. Salud.
Good to go. Salute.
No, I love
That's
you.
bad.